guys, have a look at that example. Tell me what it tells you. When I reach home, the kids will be sleeping. So what will happen before? Yani, what about the concept of according according to the example, Anthony, can you explain it according to the example I shared with you, Heike, in your own words, in a simple way? When I reach home, the kids will be sleeping. Yani, do I reach home before they sleep, or they will sleep before I reach home? You mean يعني أنا I reach home, they will say good night and they will sleep. So this is my question. You see, you have to understand the concept of the continuous aspect. Yani, the future continuous will take place before the other future action. When I reach home, they will be in the middle, sleeping. You got me? Yani, let's say I reach home at 8. Yani, later when we go to campus, we will be studying in person. I will reach home at 9, let's say, okay? So the kids will be sleeping. My little boy will sleep, okay, or he usually sleeps at 7, let's say, okay? So when I reach home, he will be sleeping. يعني I won't say good night to my little son. You got it? No. So the point is and we compare the future continuous with the past continuous with the present continuous. Yani if you understand one of these verb forms, you understand all, okay? So we are talking about the middle of something. Let me share one more example. يلا هلا I will ask Rami to explain it. For example, don't call at 8 in the evening. Why? I will be having dinner. Yeah. Rami, are you with us in the meeting?
Yes,
Yes.
Dr. Mike.
Yeah, Rami, check this example in the chat to tell me how you can explain it to your classmates.
Yes. إنه every evening we get dinner at 8 p.m.
So,
يعني
بس I'm
yeah,
telling you, don't call me at 8. We will be having dinner. So what time will you start eating?
at 8 p.m.
No, of course
in the
not.
evening. In the evening.
What did you say, Rami?
In the evening.
I mean, do you start eating at 8 while you start before 8?
No, before 8.
Exactly. This is what we need to understand. Okay. So when using the future continuous, just keep in mind that the action will be in progress at that time. Okay. Yani the action starts before that time. We will be in the middle eating. Okay. So I don't want to be disturbed. I don't want to respond to your call. That's why I'm telling you not to call me at 8. Okay. Because I should be enjoying having dinner with my family. So فهمنا الكونسبت of the future continuous. Probably yes. I should expect yes.
Yes, doctor.
يلا finally. Perfect and perfect continuous. How do we form the perfect? شو قلت لي يا أنتوني? How do we form the future perfect? Will plus. Bravo. طيب what about the future perfect continuous? Bravo. Very good. Yeah. 2-minute video.
In this lesson, we will learn about the future perfect simple tense. This tense is used to express an action to be completed before a specific time in the future. To form the future perfect simple tense, use will plus have plus the past participle.
Yes.
For example, she will have finished. In this lesson, we will learn about the future perfect simple tense. This tense is used to express an action that will be completed before a specific time in the future.
This
To
is
form the future
important.
perfect simple tense, use will plus have plus the past participle of the main verb. For example, she will have finished her homework by 8 p.m. or they will have arrived at the airport by the time our plane lands. Let's start with affirmative statements in the future perfect simple tense. To create an affirmative statement, use will have before the past participle of the main verb. For example, he will have completed the project before the deadline or they will have watched all the episodes by next week. Now let's move on to negative statements in the future perfect simple tense. To create a negative statement, use will not have or won't have before the past participle of the main verb. For example, she will not have finished the book by tomorrow, or they won't have learned all the vocabulary by the test. Finally, let's learn how to form questions in the future perfect simple tense. To create a question, use will followed by the subject and have before the past participle of the main verb. For example, will you have written the essay by Friday, or will they have reached their destination by noon? When using the future perfect simple tense, it is common to include time expressions to indicate the specific time in the future by which the action will be completed. Some common time expressions are by the time, before, and by then. For example, we will have eaten dinner by 7 p.m. or by the time she calls, I will have left the office.
This video was brought to you by TalkPal. TalkPal is
So it was fast, it was short, but I guess it was helpful. So how can we
powered
use
by GPT technology.
the future perfect? Can you give an example? Can you share an example with me? Or shall I? Yeah, I will add simple examples. For example, by the time he is 20, he will have graduated from college. Yalla guys, have a look at my example and tell me how can we interpret the future perfect. By the time he is 20, he will have graduated. So what will take place before being 20? Well, a graduation. This is a by the way, we never explain these verb forms in Arabic, okay? Forget about that. By the time he's 20, he is 20, okay? He will reach 20. He will have graduated. So what about the future perfect? Does it mean that the action took place or will take place before being 20? Well, he will be 20 before? This is my question. So you mean he reaches 20 and then he will be, then he will graduate? No. No.
لا بس
Good.
بعد ال20 بعد
Good.
ال20
You are
هو
making
بيخرج.
mistakes, Anthony. Okay. I love making mistakes because we will learn through our mistakes. Okay. So the future perfect is used to indicate that one future action will precede the other future time reference. Okay. So number one, he will graduate. Number two, he will reach 20. Okay. So he will hold a degree before he reaches 20. In English. not at all. ما سمعتك أنا لأنه هيك example it's هيك like weak و irrelevant يعني to what we are studying. Try to make a relevant example و making it in the يعني using the tenses required و you will be fine Anthony. Okay. I don't like that هيك يعني way of speaking و explanation. لا, I'm not used to that. I will give another example. Yeah. Have a look at my second example. By the time I start working at my father's company, my brother will have got his PhD. So how can we relate both future forms? What will happen before the other? What precedes and what follows? This is all about the future perfect. So we have two future time references. For one, or for the one that will precede, we use the future perfect. This is all. In comparison to the past perfect,